Hey there folks and friends, Connecting Dots here. It's Sunday, June 1st, and it's Fukushima Day 1178, and I'm not sure if you saw yesterday's video, but I caught a nuclear event taking place here down on the coast of California on Shell Beach, or I should say the station was on Shell Beach. The Geiger counter is located on near Shell Beach, but there also coincidentally happens to be Diablo Canyon nuclear plant less than 5 miles away. So I think there's a situation going on here. You saw the readings here I just picked up a few minutes ago. There was 168 counts per minute, and again, like yesterday, it's early in the morning here. It's not even 8 o'clock here. I caught those readings not less than 10 minutes ago. So there seems that there's an ongoing event here at that Shell station, that Shell Beach Geiger counter station, because from what I see here, on the 30th here, on May 30th, this incident again, you know, around 6:30 a.m. took off again, and we have it on the 23rd of May. Again, in the early morning hours, it peaks out. You see here 7:30 a.m. or over that 100 mark, which is considered the alert level. And I'm not quite sure why, but again, yesterday when I was following this around, I think it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, things started going down. You can see here it's around 1 o'clock when it starts dropping below that 100 count per minute. That was on the 30th, obviously. Now, what's interesting about this story here, I did mention this here in yesterday's video, is that the mineral lab here is sending another pancake tube Geiger counter to the station operator so he can corroborate his readings or otherwise find out if his Geiger counter is defective. And they've also sent here the the station operator has submitted documentation of the earlier elevated readings to the Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant, but no response yet from them. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. In Fukushima Day 1177, yesterday's video, I mentioned if anyone lives on the west coast near California, anywhere near that beach, please go down there with your video camera and get us some live footage here of several Geiger counter readings. Drive around the area, try to get as close as you can to the canyon itself. We need some real people out here doing some real work. I've mentioned before here how we have others that, well, they're there to pimp the whole situation, but they're not really good at solutions. And I mentioned in yesterday's video how this Alex Jones guy had taken, unfortunately, the readings off the sandy beach in California. It was a natural occurring sand. It was slightly radioactive. And you know, it's not like you're lying down in the sand. It's not mixed in with your food. It was just a natural occurring sand that happens to be radioactive. And unfortunately, Alex Jones didn't do his research, and that video, rather unfortunately again, went viral on the internet. And then the weeks that came in after that, we saw the regular news making fun of the conspiracy retards because they're going overboard with well, radioactive natural occurring sand. So this is the problem here with these crazy guys like Alex Jones, is that they're there to actually make the conspiracy researchers look like a bunch of silly retards. I hate to say it, but you know, fear-mongering retards that don't know what they're talking about. So I'm asking someone to please go down to the beach, take your camera down there, take your Geiger counter, drive around that whole area, and let's see what we can come up here. There's definitely something going on here. Now, someone had mentioned here, actually a few people had mentioned that this high levels of radiation that's being picked up on the coast at one specific location, Shell Beach, could possibly be something to do with the fire that took place on May 20th at Reactor 4. I don't think so, folks. The fire was too small. There's way too much, just way too much air between reactor number 4 and the west coast. The radiation would have had a lot of time to dissipate. It wasn't a massive release. It was a small fire. I know it kind of looks big in the pictures, but it wasn't a really big fire. And we would have heard something over at Fukushima itself. I believe so anyways. In the latest study here that's just been released, it shows that, and this is from an article from May 10th, it shows that the radioactive cesium-137 released from the Fukushima is 1.5 times TEPCO's estimate. So the study here found that the atmosphere and seawater from the crippled Fukushima #1 nuclear plant is estimated between 17,500 and 20,500 terabecquerels. A study by the Japanese research showed Friday. Now, the team's findings on the cumulative amount of cesium-137 is nearly 1.5 times more than the estimate by the plant operator, Tokyo Electric Power Company, of less than 13,600 becquerels. I've mentioned many times here, we still have 3 plants that are in the middle of a nuclear meltdown, the China syndrome. The studies, or I should say the measurements that TEPCO has offered us, shows that there's roughly 70 million becquerels of cesium-137, 134 spewing out every single hour. I hope you got that, 70 million becquerels every single hour. Now, it's true there's a lot of air between us and Japan, so it does dissipate, and I don't think that we're going to be picking up that type of cesium over here at levels that were showing up 100 counts per minute, and that's the reason why I don't believe also that the what we saw here off the beach, the readings the last couple of days has anything to do with this fire. I believe this is more of a local issue, either something wrong with that Geiger counter at that station, or Diablo Canyon nuclear plant is definitely having a problem. So nonetheless, we do have a problem here. This is an ongoing release, and keep your heads up high, folks, and hopefully you got a Geiger counter and someone go out there and get some readings for us. That'd be great. Now, if you're wondering if the 137 is something to worry about, this article here goes on to say how it's a radioactive isotope produced by nuclear fission. However, it is a problematic due to its ability to spread easily and is highly soluble. It is also very harmful to humans and can cause cancer, while it has a half-life of around 30 years. So yes, we most definitely should be concerned of the cesium-137. This is being spewed out every single hour into the atmosphere and dumped in the seawater every day. And I know I've mentioned this before, but once again, in case you're new to this whole situation, the Fukushima plant contains radiation equivalent to 14,000 times the amount released in the atomic bomb attack on Hiroshima 68 years ago. So yes, there's definitely a big problem here, and this problem's not going away for a long time, folks, so brace up. Now, I also want to tackle this situation here where we have these scientists going out here and doing these catches. If you've watched any of my videos in the last month and a half, where I was talking about how we've had different surveys here coming out on the west coast here regarding our seafood. The most recent one is on kelp. They traveled the entire west coast from Alaska all the way down past Baja California and only took 26 kelp samples, and after analyzing the 26 kelp samples, they said that basically the kelp is free of Fukushima radiation on the west coast. And then we heard the same load of BS here when they grabbed the tuna off the coast. Sorry, not the tuna, it was a salmon. Right before that, in January, we had the salmon. 7 samples that were caught off the coast of Alaska. Only 7 samples were caught, and 2 of them turned out to have Fukushima radiation in them. Although the article goes on to say that it was in minimal amounts, the fact is that they only caught 7 fish, and 2 of them had radioactive Fukushima in them. A good thing they didn't catch 100 fish. This is sad. And the same thing with this recent story here. Same thing, you know. They go on to say that they dove to a depth of 3 to 4 meters, about 100 meters off the coast, where they caught 12 abalone altogether. One location, 12 abalone, and suddenly they're declaring the fishery is safe. You may recall another study came out here from I believe it was the University of Oregon, that same Delville, whatever his name is, again minimizing the whole thing. He ended up catching, what was it again? Let me think about this one. It was, yes, that's right. The study was from 2008 to the year 2012, a 4-year span if I'm not mistaken, and there was only 26 salmon, albacore tuna that were caught, and yeah, he's gone off saying that yeah, don't have to worry about it, the albacore tuna is safe. I hate to say it, but anyone who watched my Fukushima Day 444, you can Google that, Fukushima Day 444, I show that it's not safe. Take care, folks. Share the information. Talk to you soon.